The Sacred Drum of the Ancestors Part 1. In the heart of a lush, green valley surrounded by towering mountains, there lay the tranquil village of Amagu. The people of Amagu were known far and wide for their rich culture, wisdom, and unity. Central to their community was a magnificent drum, known as the Sacred Drum of the Ancestors. This drum was no ordinary instrument. It had been passed down through countless generations, each elder teaching the next the sacred rhythms that connected them to their ancestors. The drum was made from the wood of an ancient tree that stood at the center of the village. It was said that the tree had been planted by the village's founders and blessed by the spirits of the land. The skin stretched across the drum was from a mighty buffalo, revered and honored for its sacrifice. Each beat of the drum was believed to carry the voices of the ancestors, guiding the villagers in times of joy, sorrow, and uncertainty. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the villagers would gather around the drum. The village elders would take turns playing, invoking the spirits for guidance and protection. The drum beats resonated through the valley, a powerful reminder of their heritage and the invisible bond that held the community together. One fateful night, as the villagers danced and sang around the sacred drum, a dark cloud loomed over the horizon. Unbeknownst to them, a neighboring village, envious of Amagu's prosperity and unity, had devised a sinister plan. Led by a ruthless chieftain named Akuro, the envious villagers had decided to steal the sacred drum, believing it held the secret to Amagu's success. Under the cover of darkness, Akuro and his men crept into Amagu. They moved silently like shadows, their eyes fixed on the glowing light of the village square where the sacred drum stood. As the villagers were engrossed in their celebrations, Akuro's men sprang into action. With swift, calculated movements, they overpowered the unsuspecting villagers and seized the drum. Chaos erupted as the villagers tried to defend their sacred relic, but they were no match for the armed invaders. Amidst the turmoil, a brave young boy named Kato, known for his curiosity and quick thinking, managed to slip away unnoticed. Kato had always been fascinated by the stories of the ancestors and had spent many nights listening to the elders recount the village's history. He knew the importance of the drum and the devastating impact its loss would have on Amagu. Determined to save his village, Kato sneaked through the forest, following the faint sounds of the drum being dragged away. He moved stealthily, guided by the moonlight filtering through the dense canopy. As he neared the invaders' camp, he overheard Akuro boasting about how the power of the drum would make their village invincible. Kato knew he had to act quickly. He waited until the invaders fell asleep, exhausted from their raid. With his heart pounding in his chest, he crept into the camp. The sacred drum lay in the center, guarded by a single watchman who had dozed off. Summoning all his courage, Kato quietly approached the drum. He could feel the presence of his ancestors, urging him on. Just as he reached the drum, the watchman stirred. Thinking fast, Kato grabbed a nearby stick and tapped out a rhythm on the drum, one that his grandmother had taught him. The watchman, entranced by the familiar sound, smiled and fell back into a deep sleep, thinking it was a dream. Kato seized the opportunity. He lifted the drum, surprisingly light in his small hands, and began his journey back to Amagu. The path was treacherous, and the weight of the drum seemed to grow with each step, but Kato pressed on, driven by the thought of his village's salvation. As dawn broke, Kato stumbled into Amagu, the sacred drum in his arms. The villagers, battered and weary, gasped in amazement. They gathered around the brave boy, tears of joy and relief streaming down their faces. The elders, filled with gratitude, embraced Kato and praised his bravery. The sacred drum was returned to its rightful place, and the villagers once again gathered around it, this time to celebrate their young hero. As the elders played the drum, they thanked the ancestors for guiding Kato and protecting their village. The drum beats echoed through the valley, stronger than ever, a testament to the resilience and unity of Amagu. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of their trials. Akuro, humiliated and enraged by his defeat, was plotting his revenge. The villagers of Amagu would need the wisdom of their ancestors and the courage of their young hero more than ever as they faced the dark days ahead. To be continued.